according to the weather, it ended at 6 today, so maybe that's it for the rest of the fair week. The fair is due for 7 or 6 days of good weather. Yesterday was a great day, great numbers here. But I want to go through just a few announcements because we're a little behind schedule. It's 8 o'clock, and there's a lot going on today. Just like I said, a couple quick announcements. Next Thursday, a ribbon cutting for Coldwell Banker Village Green, right here. Yeah. So we have a ribbon cutting next Thursday, and I'll be getting this in the email. Ribbon cutting next Thursday at Coldwell Banker, one of our new real estate agents in town. September 12th is a business breakfast with the Red Hook Chamber at Northern Dutchess Hospital. I've got Northern Dutchess Hospital here too. I saw Dawn and Colleen. September 13th is our after hours at Wilderstein. Stein. One of these days, I'm going to get it right. Yeah. And Vicki Hack is the sponsor of that. And then in September 15th, the Gardens of Rhinebeck. They're opening up the third phase. We'll be doing a ribbon cutting there. That's a Saturday. In October, we'll have a Rhinebeck After Hours sponsored by John G. Ullman. And that date is coming. November 14th is Bartender Wars. So we're excited about that. We're going to do that again. It was a big success last year. And the one thing I really want to make note of is the Christmas tree, holiday tree lighting, parade of lights is happening on a Sunday, November 25th. So it's going to be the Sunday after Thanksgiving. That's when we're doing the tree lighting. I sent a memo out to everybody who participated in the last year, all the different not-for-profits, the community groups. So where's our friend Pat Kuhn? So Pat Kuhn, our village clerk, handles the paperwork as far as what needs to be done. But so that's happening. And I just want to say a couple other things. I've got Tom Sipos from Hudson Valley Focus broadcasting live again. Thank you to our friends at WKIP and iHeartMedia. Dan Budd, Taste Buds, again, the most important person in the room. Fred Cartier in the back of the room, or whatever this is, doing our video. And Frank Costello, where is he? I saw him earlier. Dutchess Chamber? He's around here somewhere. He was glued to the podium. I said, relax, relax. This is, it's like a homing device. And I'm going to call up Phil, and then he's going to go through some more formalities. But I went to a speed networking class, and this was the ultra speed networking class. And we don't have much time to do it today because there's so many people here. So there's the ultra, the plan B. So what I want everybody to do on the count of 3 is shout out your name. So, and then just try and, pick it up. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Claudia Cooley, Chamber of Commerce. All right, good. So I'm glad you guys all got to know each other a little better. But without further ado, we have Phil Meltzer, our Rhinebeck Area Chamber of Commerce Board President. I'm talking to the mic like it right.
Thank you. Does this work now? Works. I've been told we're behind schedule, so I'll be quick. I just wanted to thank Andy and the Dutchess County Agro Society for letting us in here. It's wonderful. We've been doing this. Geez, I lost track in my head how many years we've been in here. And obviously, I am remiss if I don't thank Claudia. She carries a heavy load for the Chamber Board. So if you could just give her a round of applause, that'd be wonderful. We have, the board's making it easy for me today. Kristen Hutchins from Ruger's Automotive is here, and John Grady from Bogish and Grady. Thank both of them for their help on the board. We try to do the best we can for everybody here. And again, I want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming. I'll get through this as quickly as I can. I'd like to introduce Senator Sue Serino. I assume you'd like to speak.
Good morning, everyone. And you know my initials, SS. Short and sweet, and not in stature. But I just wanted to welcome everybody and say it's going to be a great week. I was here last night, ran into hundreds of local families. Everybody loves the fair. Can't thank the Rhinebeck Chamber enough, Claudia, for all the work that you guys do. Phil, it's amazing. And I'd be remiss if I didn't remind people I chair the Lyme Task Force. Ticks are a huge problem right now. We've had a couple of cases of the Powassan virus. Just check your children. You know, it's our kids that are playing in the backyard. I just went to Binghamton University because they're doing some amazing research, and they said it's your common areas. It's not so much going in the woods now. It's actually in your backyard by their play set. So just make sure that the kids are checking themselves. Those are the ones that are picking off those little black spots that look like a poppy seed. So enjoy the week, and thank you very much. Have a great day.
For our elected officials, certainly I want to introduce Sue. Mark Molinaro has other things he's doing these days, so he couldn't join us today. And then Claudia mentioned before, but Pat Coons, our elected village clerk, so welcome. I don't know if you wanted to say something. You certainly don't have to. Wonderful. Just recognize her. And the Dutchess County Agricultural Society, the board president, Richard Whalen. Is he here? But just if you see him, or send your congratulations through Andy, that'd be great. And Andy, if you'd like.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back. It seems like we just did this yesterday, but I know a whole year has gone by. Let's talk about what's new at the fair this year, because I know that's what's near and dear to everybody's heart. One of the things I think I'm really excited about this year is in the Welcome Center down in the parking lot in the red building, we got the opportunity to display the World War I display that the Historical Society did. I would encourage all of you to walk down and see that. It's really moving. All through high school, when you learn about American history, there was always pictures of Roosevelt, but he was always in the wheelchair. There is a picture of that man walking on Main Street in Poughkeepsie that I have never seen in my life. It's pretty impressive. I never realized how tall he was. He's a big dude. But that is down there. It celebrates all of our veterans from Dutchess County that served in the First World War. It's pretty impressive, so check that out. The Society's mission is to promote and educate people about agriculture. 3 years ago, we started the AgriVenture display. This year, the first year it was in a 20 by 40 tent. This year it's in a 66 by 82 structure out on the infield. I encourage all of you to go find out where your food comes from. I know we're adults, but it amazes me how many patrons visit this fair and don't understand what a root vegetable is, and it doesn't grow on the plant above the ground. That baffles my mind. There are many things in that display that people can learn from. We added honeybees this year, and it was a judged competition of local honey from Dutchess County. So that's out there for you to see. And just a number. Last year on the first day, 517 people went through the exhibit. Yesterday, 1,600 people went through the exhibit. So Lenny Miller and Melody Moore are in charge of that and done a great job out there, so you should stop in and see them. In the birthing center, we had 2 babies born yesterday. Big event, lots of people want to see that. So if you got time, check those babies out there in the tent out there. Also, across from that and next to the AgriVenture is a distiller's tent. Now, I think at the end of the day, or maybe sooner for some of us, we like to partake of those gifts. There are 4 vendors out there, locals, and it's not about, for us, so much the sampling of those, that's the good part, but it's understanding how those spirits are made. They're all made from agricultural products. You know, I don't think people realize what hops and wheat and rye and barley and corn, and the cideries are using apples and pears and everything else. Check it out. It explains the process. It's great to get to the end product, but I think it's important for everybody to understand how we get to that end product. And without farmers, we don't get there. Okay? First time ever this year, Rhinebeck Gallery will be doing what they call a paint out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. They're going to be here during the day and the night. They're going to set up easels. They're going to paint pictures of the fair. They will be at an auction at the Church of the Messiah on Sunday in town to purchase. The proceeds from those... Saturday night? Saturday night. Okay. Part of the proceeds from those will go to the Ag Society Scholarship for Dutchess County kids that are going to college to pursue a career in agriculture. So I'm going to try my best to get down. Hopefully there's something there that we can purchase to hang in the office. Okay? Vendors. These numbers are always important to us. There's 348 different vendors at the fair this year. 197 of those, or 57%, are from New York. 165 of them are from the Hudson Valley. 94 of those vendors are from Dutchess County. 49 of them, or 14%, are from Red Hook, Rhinebeck, or Hyde Park. And 16 vendors are from Rhinebeck regular, okay, or 5%. We are doing the Star Family program again this year. Star families are Gold Star or Blue Star families. Those families are in the service or have served. Their families get a free day at the fair, whichever day they choose, for rides and food. And the society pays for that. Think Differently, Thursday, one of our county executives' favorite programs, will happen again this year. We were the first fair in the country to do this. And I know if you have got on the bandwagon on it now, it's all for sensory sensitive children and their families to come to the fair without the noises and the sounds from the carnival, etc. They get to come in Thursday morning, an hour before we open. It is a bit of a challenge for us because, as you can see, a lot of things go on here in the morning. But we do get them in an hour early so they can enjoy the fair. It's a little bit more quiet, if that's possible. We started a new program this year to follow the Spork Award. So the Spork, you all know about the Spork. I've told you about that before. That happened yesterday. And the winner of the Spork Award was Gillette Pizza for a bacon mac and cheese calzone. I did sample that small piece. My cholesterol is a little high this morning. Gillette's Pizza is down in front of the horticulture building. It's worth the trip. Take a friend because you're not eating it alone. Some of the other entries in the Spork Award yesterday were Bang Bang Chicken from the K&D Deli across the street over here, which is actually very good. I've had that before. There was at the Mexican Cafe over here, the Ohan boys had pulled pork tacos with crispy slaw. At Janik's over here on the side, they had a porchetta sundae, which was garlic mashed potatoes, spicy pulled pork, coleslaw, shredded cheddar cheese, a cherry pepper, and it was drizzled with barbecue sauce. They're interesting. I think I had to, one of my jobs is to sample a lot of this stuff to make sure that it's... So Robbie Maxwell this year has got a foot-long all-beef hot dog stuffed with jalapenos and cheddar cheese wrapped in bacon. Everybody in my office has tried that. I would encourage you. It is quite delicious. All of the booths that participated in the Spork Award have a sign in their window. You should check them out. It was a lot of fun. So that was done yesterday. Because of that, our commercial and straight sales vendors in the buildings were a little upset. They felt left out. What do you got for us? So Deb Ashman, our vendor manager, came up with a program called I Found It at the Fair. Inaugural year this year. Yesterday we handed out the awards for that. We had 4 categories: something local, something American made, something useful, and something trendy. So the local award was a tie between Horseshoe brand hot sauces and barbecue sauces and Highland Farms venison. They had a sausage and cheese cutting board gift pack. Those were tied for local entries. So they got their awards yesterday. American made, I have bottles of this in my cupboard at home, is Pilsudski's mustard. It's in the Grange building. You got to check out the horseradish mustard. My God, I've never had better mustard than that. Useful was Eugene Zah's booth in Building B for all you ladies. Crystal nail files. I don't know what you do with those, but that's what they are. And trendy was from Vermont Nature Creations. It's hanging gardens for plants that you hang in your window. They're all made out of glass. Pretty fancy looking stuff. They're in Building C. So we handed out those awards yesterday. They were voted on. Those were the winners for that. So that was new that we did this year. It went over very well. So that's kind of what I've got. Has anybody got any questions about the fair or where things are? The carnival does their thing for us every year. There's 4 brand new rides in the carnival. I can't tell you the names of them, but I saw them because 2 of them were brought here and delivered. They'd never been ridden until yesterday. Both of them are in Kittyland for little kids. There's something called the Dumbo ride. It's an elephant ride. I'm truly amazed at the paint jobs and the light packages that go on these rides. And I'll just share with you, it's a $750,000 piece of equipment. A lot of little kids have to ride that ride for this guy to make his money back. But I saw it Monday night. They were just putting the finishing touches on it, and they cranked it up for the first time, and I got to see the LED light package. It's truly amazing. To see the light show here at night is quite spectacular. And I think you also need to know that all of the carnival runs on generator power. It's not on Central Hudson. They come with generators that runs the whole thing, and all of that is run by biodiesel fuel. So they're doing their part as well. LED lights, biofuels, et cetera, et cetera. They do a great job for us, and this is their 13th year with us. So that brings me to the point of a couple of our sponsors. Rhinebeck Bank, who I saw here somewhere. Where are you? Is anybody here from the bank? No? On the big wheel, there is a 8-foot wide by 12-foot long LED screen. And when you look at the big wheel, it doesn't look that impressive. But that's a big video board. All of those sponsors, Rhinebeck Bank, Camping World, Nycomco, Coca-Cola, they're all on that video screen this year for the first time. They couldn't get it to work last year, but they've got the bugs worked out of that, and all of our sponsors are on that. And I thank them for being sponsors with us and partners. Okay? Questions, anybody? All right. Curtis? It will be random. They will pick spots, certain things that they want to paint or take pictures of. It could be the Welcome Center. It could be a carnival ride. It could be an animal exhibit. They will be all over the grounds. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Add to that, too, the auction is Saturday night at the church at the Messiah Parish Hall behind the church. And I think it starts at around 6.
Thank you.
How late is the caravan?
10 to 10 each day. We don't throw people out, obviously, at 10, so we're here until about 11 o'clock. Yes, ma'am?
Where's the relaxation tent that I can volunteer I just saw somebody posted on Facebook or something that wanted to volunteer for mothers. Where is that?
The nursing mother's tent is right to the right-hand side of the first aid building. Okay? Left-hand side, yes, excuse me. Anybody else? All right. As in past years, I have some trivia questions for you. So I hope you were all paying attention because I dropped a whole bunch of hints. The carnival, and I want a hand raised, please. The carnival uses what kind of fuel to power its generators? Girls, the guy in the back corner over there, please. Very good. Somebody's paying attention. Who won the Spork Award yesterday? I need a hand. Gillette Pizza. Can anybody tell me how many vendors are on the grounds?
340?
Who said 348?
I said 340.
How many calves were born yesterday in this birthing center? That lady right there. Vicky, this young lady right here. So this I didn't touch on. Figures. This I didn't touch on. Obviously, safety is a huge concern for us here. There's a lot of people every day, and we want the safety of our patrons to be paramount. In past years, I've talked about that issue. Does this thing work?
No, that's for the camera.
Oh, for the camera? Okay. I'll keep Fred happy. Every morning at 9 o'clock, can anybody tell me what happens every morning on the fairgrounds at 9 a.m.?
The health department comes to visit.
Nope. Melody's right. Every morning at 9 a.m., there's an emergency management meeting of all the police agencies, all the fire departments, everybody involved with the fair that has a job to do with the safety of our patrons meets every morning at 9 a.m. and we go over what happened yesterday, what's happening today, and what we're going to do to keep our patrons safe. Melody got that right. I also want to remind you all, in the AgriVenture tent this year we had a honey display. We've never done that before. It's very difficult to get bees to last for the 6 days, and honeybees are struggling to stay alive as it is, and I don't think most people understand that part. But we had a judged honey competition, and it happened yesterday, and Ross Geis, would you please stand up? Nice job. Best in show? Congratulations. Vicky, what am I? Oh, there was Hudson Valley Magazine. I'm sure a lot of you get this. There was a huge article in Hudson Valley Magazine this year about what's cooking at the fair. So for all you foodies who are interested in what's out there, what's going on, we had four vendors. Four of our vendors that are locals were showcased in the magazine. Robbie Maxwell, who's been here, his father started here in the 50s, and Robbie continues that. Megan Chambers, who has the Supreme ice cream at the bottom of the hill. The peanut factory in front of the maple tree down there. Mr. Skillman, his father started here. They've been a long time. And then the cotton candy lady, who I remember when I was 8 years old. They were all showcased in this magazine. They are fixtures at our fair, and stop by and say hello. Did I forget anything? You got one set left? I don't know yet, because that's what will happen at 9 o'clock when I get back to the office. My CFO will give me that number for that meeting. Yesterday, I gave the emergency management team, we start every morning with the 5-year average. Yesterday's number for the 5-year average on opening day is 27,000 and change. I do believe we are over that. Yesterday was a very good day, but I'll find that out shortly.
You could do the last trivia question is who's the sold out show tonight?
Oh, okay. We got one set of tickets left here. Today is going to be a very, very large day for us. We have never sold out a grandstand show online in all the years we've been doing grandstand shows. Tonight's act was sold out in 6 days online. And there are still people calling trying to get tickets to this event. Who can tell me who tonight's act is?
Because I'm going.
So today will be a first for us. It'll be wristband day at the carnival today and tomorrow for all those kids that want to ride rides. It's going to be a very large day. We've put extra troopers on, extra security guards on for the safety of everybody involved. And we just hope that everybody comes and has a great time. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoy your day. Okay, honey?
Just a second longer. If you have to go, I understand, but I really want to introduce Deb Ashman and Vicky and Parati. They both work in the office. They deal with everything Andy doesn't want to deal with. So, and just a few things, if we have Frank, I want to invite Frank Costello up of Dutchess County Regional Chamber. Just, if you can bear with me, just to kind of say a little bit about the Hudson Valley Balloon Fest, which was a great event that happened here right in our backyard. And again, I can't say enough about the Dutchess Chamber and the Dutchess County Fairgrounds working together to make it happen this year. So just a few words.
Well, good morning, everyone. For those of you who I don't know, I'm Frank Costello Jr., the President and CEO for the Dutchess County Regional Chamber. It was such an honor to be here this year for the first time for the 27th Annual Hudson Valley Hot Air Balloon Festival. If you remember that festival here in Dutchess County in the past and what it had been all over the county. There was no concentration of people. It wasn't a festival, although it was called a festival. And recognizing that 4 years ago when I came in as chamber president, I knew that we were sitting on something that could potentially be very big. I had attended these festivals all throughout the country, and they draw hundreds of thousands of people at these festivals. Knowing this venue and the potential that this venue could bring to that, we had to get there. And I approached Andy about this now coming last year and said, what do you think? And he said to me, absolutely, let's do this. They pulled out all the stops, and you need to know, working with the Dutchess County Fair, bar none, was absolutely spectacular. Not just Andy, not just Vicky, Jared, everybody on staff here made it absolutely seamless, and without them, there is no possible way that our small staff could have pulled off an event of that magnitude. Share a few points of note for you. The total attendance was just under 35,000 people. For our first year here in this venue, I think that was absolutely wonderful. I do also want to mention that 85% of the people came from out of the area. The stores in town were absolutely packed thanks to the support of the Rhinebeck Area Chamber of Commerce running a shuttle throughout the morning to get people from the morning launches into town, getting them into the storefronts. Those storefronts were packed. What we were hearing from people were that they were packed from morning, noon, and night nonstop. So I want to thank Claudia for her support, because I knew when we were going to pull this, if we were going to pull this event off, we didn't have the connections at our chamber to make it happen, but Claudia sure did. So thank you, Claudia, for making that happen. If you have any questions about it, I'd be happy to answer them. But we will be back here next year. Dates to be determined, but keep an eye out for it in July 2019 here at the Dutchess County Fair. Thank you, everyone, for your support.
Great. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody who brought things for our back to school supply list or donated to our scholarship fund. I'm sure most of you heard that last year we were able to give, or this past year in June, we were able to give away $2,000 scholarships to our graduating high school seniors. And this year I'll load all that stuff in the back of my car and bring it to the Rhinebeck Reformed Church. that goes to basically the food pantry area, and it's distributed through them. And we appreciate, I'll tell you, I appreciate all our community groups, our faith-based initiatives in the area, because they come through and they touch people's lives. Rhinebeck at Home, a lot of our groups are right there for everybody. Without any further ado, I'm going to say, if you want to grab something for the office. Oh, Curtis.
Yes, on the Northern Southern Baptist News, the papers in front of you, please take one with you, okay? Thank you.
And also, when I spray painted the ground around Rhinebeck, that is supposed to be temporary paint, so it still hasn't washed off yet. But anyways, thank you, everyone. If you want to take something back to the office, go ahead, and we'll see you next Thursday at the Ribbon Cutting Village Green Caldwell Banker, and we've got a lot of things coming up. So thank you again, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.